Today, I will present about Max Weber and his bureaucratic management theory. Max Weber was a German sociologist, political economist, and legal scholar who is known as one of the founders of modern sociology. He believed that organizations work best when they are structured in a clear and organized way. According to Weber, bureaucracy is the most efficient system of managing organization. His theory is based on several principles. First is clear hierarchy, where employees know who they report to. Second is specialization, where workers perform tasks based on their skills. Third is formal rules and procedure to ensure fairness and consistency. Weber also believed that promotions should be based on merits, qualification, and performance, not favoritism. Lastly, decisions should be made logically and professionally without personal bias. Today, Weber's ideas are still widely used in companies, schools, and government organizations through organizational charts, job description, and standard operating procedures. So, Max Weber was born on April 21, 1864 in Erfurt, Germany. He grew up in an educated and influential family, which exposed him to discussions about politics, law, economics from a young age. He later studied law, history, economics, and philosophy at several universities, including Heidelberg and Berlin. Weber became a professor of economics and made many important contributions to sociology and management. One of his greatest achievements was the bureaucratic management theory, which explained that organizations work best with clear hierarchy, specialization of work, formal rules, and merit-based promotion. He also wrote the famous book The Protestant Ethic and Spirit of Capitalism, where he explained how values such as discipline and hard work contribute to the development of capitalism.
For this page, I will explain the theory of bureaucratic management by Max Weber. Max Weber believed that organization would be more organized when each employee had clear duties and responsibilities. He also emphasized an hierarchical system such as manager, supervisor, and employee so that each employee knew who they need to report to. In addition, this theory emphasized discipline, professionalism, and clear rules in the organization. Among the main elements of bureaucracy are the division of work, hierarchy, rules, and fair treatment of all employees. In conclusion, this theory helps organizations become more systematic and efficient. For this page, I will explain how the theory of bureaucracy works in an organization. In a bureaucratic system, each employee has a clear job description so that they know their respective responsibilities. In addition, the organization also uses SOP or standard operating procedure to ensure that all work is done consistently. The hierarchical system also helps communication and the decision-making process become more organized. Weber also believed that decisions should be made based on rules, not personal relationships, so that the workplace is fair and free from favoritism. Finally, this system can increase efficiency, discipline, and accountability in the organization. For this page, I will explain the application of Weber's theory in modern organization. Although this theory was introduced a long time ago, many modern organizations still use bureaucratic principles. For example, companies such as McDonald's and Toyota use standard procedure to ensure that the quality of work is always consistent. In addition, organizations such as banks, hospitals, university, and government office also use bureaucratic system in their management. The hiring process is usually based on skills and qualification, not personal relationship. With clear rules and procedures, organization can run more smoothly and effectively. For this last page, I will explain the importance of Max Weber's contribution Max Weber is one of the important figures in the field of management because his idea helped organizations become more organized, systematic and efficient. To this day, his theories are still studied in management courses and used in many modern organizations, including digital companies. We can still see the use of hierarchy, rules and formal system in today's workplace. In conclusion, Max Weber's contributions are still relevant because good management requires structure, justice and responsibility.
So, in conclusion, our group learned that Max Weber made important contributions to management and sociology. Weber believed that organizations work best with clear hierarchical formal rules, specialization of tasks, and merit-based promotion. These principles help organizations become more efficient and organized, and they are still widely used today. We also learned about Weber's the three types of authority, which is traditional, charismatic, and legal rational authority, which help explain leadership and organizational system. Although bureaucracy can sometimes be slow and rigid, Weber's ideas remain important because many modern organizations still use his principle to maintain efficiency, fairness, and consistency. So next is Douglas Murray McGregor. Douglas McGregor was an American psychologist and management professor. He worked at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and focused on leadership, employee motivation, and workplace behavior. Douglas McGregor is important because he introduced Theory X and Theory Y in his book, which is the human side of enterprise. His theories changed how managers understand and motivate employees, and his ideas are still widely used in modern management today. Douglas McGregor was born in 1906 in Detroit, United States. He studied at Wayne State University and later earned his master's degrees and PhD in psychology from Harvard University. He later worked at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is also known as MIT, where he became an important management professor. McGregor is famous for introducing Theory X and Theory Y in his book, which is that I told earlier, which is the human side of enterprise. Theory X assumes employees dislike work and need strict supervision, while Theory Y believes employees are responsible, motivated, and able to work independently. McGregor supported Theory Y because he believed employees perform better when they are trusted and encouraged. His ideas help organizations improve teamwork, communication, leadership, and employee motivation. Until today, his theories continue to influence modern management around the world.
So next, I will present about Douglas McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y. This theory explains on how managers' beliefs about employees affect leadership and performance. Theory X explains that employees dislike work and need close supervision. Managers using this style often control workers with strict rules and instructions. On the other hand, Theory Y believes employees are responsible, motivated, and able to make decisions. Managers using this style trust workers, encourage ideas, and support growth. These two approaches create different results. Under Theory X, employees may have low motivation and do only minimum work. Under Theory Y, employees usually feel trusted, take initiative, and perform better. The main message from McGregor is that people respond based on how they are treated. So next, I will present about the explanation about the Theory X and Theory Y. This theory explains how managers view and manage employees. Theory X believes that people do not like work, avoid responsibility, and need to be controlled. Because of this, managers use strict rules and close supervision. This may lead to low motivation and poor performance. On the other hand, Theory Y believes that people enjoy work, want responsibility, and can grow. Managers who use this approach give trust, freedom, and support. As a result, employees are usually more motivated, creative, and productive. The main message of this theory is that how managers think about employees affects how employees behave. So, trust create commitment, while too much control may limit performance. So next I will present about the application of Theory X and Theory Y in modern organizations. This poster explains two different management styles developed by McGregor and Douglas McGregor. First, Theory X assumed that employees dislike work, avoid responsibility, and need strict supervision. Managers using this approach focus on rules, control, and punishment to ensure productivity. On the other hand, Theory Y believes that employees are self-motivated, responsible, and capable of creativity. Managers encourage teamwork, trust, and personal growth. In modern organizations, both theories are applied depending on the situation. For example, companies like Google use more of Theory Y by giving employees freedom and encouraging innovation. This helps workers become more creative and productive. Meanwhile, some industries such as manufacturing may still apply Theory X in certain situations where strict procedures and disciplines are necessary for safety and efficiency. Toyota is an example where structure and supervision are important in production processes. The poster also shows that the best management style is often a balance between the two theories. Good leaders know when to provide guidance and control, and when to give employees trust and independence. In conclusion, Theory X and Theory Y continue to influence how organizations manage people today. Understanding this theory helps companies improve motivation, productivity, and employee satisfaction. Thank you. So next, I will talk about the lasting impact of Douglas McGregor in management studies. Before McGregor introduced his ideas, many managers follow Theory X thinking. They believe employees dislike work, avoided responsibility, and needed strict rules and close supervision. Because of this, workplaces were often based on control and punishment, which could lead to low motivation and stress among employees. McGregor then introduced Theory X and Theory Y in his book, The Human Side of Enterprise. He suggested that the problem may not be the workers themselves, but how managers see and treat them. Theory Y presented a different view. It believes employees can be responsible, motivated, and capable of contributing when they are trusted and supported. Today, many modern organizations use Theory Y ideas by encouraging teamwork, flexibility, communication, and employee development. McGregor's ideas are still important because they improve motivation, job satisfaction, and leadership. His work also influenced modern leadership styles such as coaching and participative management. In conclusion, McGregor's message is simple. Good management is not about controlling people, but believing in them and helping them reach their potential.
So, in conclusion, from studying Douglas McGregor, our group learned that leadership management style greatly affect employee motivation and performance. We learned that Theory X uses strictly control and supervision, while Theory Y encourages trust, responsibility, and teamwork. McGregor believes employees perform better when they are motivated, supported, and given opportunities to contribute ideas. We also learned that successful organizations depend on communication, collaboration, creativity, and positive leadership instead of only authority and punishment. McGregor's ideas are still important today because modern workplaces rely on teamwork, innovation, remote work, and employee responsibility. Overall, his theories continue to influence leadership, organizational behavior, and management practices around the world today.